KShar here. Good to be here again. Today I'm going to show you how to make Khoresht Gheymeh या beef stew with split pea. Something that you should realize is that Khoresht Gheymeh is different than Gheymeh Bademjun, which is the eggplant stew. With this one, I don't use any tomatoes. Instead, I use lime, dried lime, limu amani, and we have here about 1.5 pounds meat that I've cut it in small cubes, and then I have yellow split peas, 1 diced onion, salt and pepper, and saffron. So. And I also, something that I like to mention to you is that I have julienne some potatoes that we're going to use for the top of the stew. Here I'm going to fry the onions. This is the easiest, one of the easiest stew that you can make. Because of beef, it takes longer, but it's the easiest. So when the onion is brown, we're going to add the split peas to it, and then also the meat, and the dried lime or limu amani, salt and pepper to your liking, with some saffron, and you let it cook for an hour and 15 minutes. And I'm also having the rice here, which I'm going to show you 2 different versions of cooking rice and tahdig today. So that's why I have 2 different pots here. And for potatoes, you can either use fresh, you can use the pre-made French fries that you can buy from the store, or you can make your own French fries. I like it to be fresh, so that's why I made the regular fresh fries, julienne cut fries in very small portions, and it's cooking, and I'm going to add a little bit saffron to this. A little salt. I have already put salt and oil in this on the rice, and the rice I'm going to drain both rice. But something that I should mention to you, that there is also a kate, or the rice that you cook, which I mentioned in my zeresh polo video, that you don't have to drain the water. You just put enough water, so when the water boils and evaporates, you just put the lid on it and let it cook. Most people don't like that because it's not fluffy. So now, after the onion is ready, I'm going to add the split peas and the meat. What I do here with the lime is I use crushed lime for my gheymeh, and I take the seeds out. This gives it more flavor. And I also have we have about 2 tablespoons of limu amani, or just lime that has been grinded. And I use 3 whole lime, mostly for decoration, and it looks, in Gheymeh you normally have that. Most people, they just use limu amani and whole lime. So What I'm going to do now is to add turmeric, but you have to let your onion brown. You fry the potatoes and you just let it sit. It doesn't matter if it's cold. It won't get cold, but it doesn't have to be hot just right off the stove. I add a little bit more oil so it won't stick to the pan. So I bring all my ingredients here so I can add it as we go on. I hope that you go to my website and leave your email, and I appreciate and for those fans that they've already trusted me with their email. When I was getting ready to do all this yesterday, I thought of how many of us put things off and keep saying, I'm going to do what I love when the time is right. After my kids go to school, after my kids graduate. But when you follow your heart and when you want to do what you love, the time is always right. So don't put it off like I did. So my rice is getting to be ready. And we'll be draining that soon. Pay attention to the potatoes because they are thin and they may burn, and that's what you don't want them to burn. And when you do the potatoes, you really need to wash it 2 or 3 times because of the starch. You want to get the starch out so they won't stick together, and you want it to be separate. Okay, now I'm going to add the split peas. It's been washed. The reason I fry the split pea a bit is just it will be firm. So then after a few minutes I'm going to add the meat. I think my rice is ready. So I'm going to drain the rice. And I also want to show you how to do this rice. I'm going to put potato at the bottom of the pan, and because I have done already that in advance, and with me I have to design everything. You just don't put the tomatoes like that. It looks like a flower, and when it comes out it looks beautiful. Now I'm going to add some more oil. And then I'm going to add my rice. So when we come back, I'll show you how to prepare and serve the rice and the stew.